Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm in our A through Z playthrough, we're playing Yrel. Yrel is a very tanky bruiser, offlaner, however you want to market it, with one of the mecha skins, so she's obviously very cool to begin with. But I'm going to show you the build, show you how I like to play her, and hopefully never have to play her again, because I think she's super boring and I don't really love that about her. So, here we go. We're playing off in the top lane. We'll give you the build right away. If that's all you're here for, let's check it out. We've got Maraud's Insight at 1, Hand of Freedom at 4, 7's going to be Righteous Momentum. Going to be Ardent Defender at 10, 13 will be, whatever you like. It's a pickable tier. 16 will be the Templar's Verdict. 20 will be Seraphim. And that is it for the build. You're going to see the indicator for our jump going off in whatever direction that the cursor is, and it is going to be hiding off in the left corner where you can't see it, but just remember that's always where the ability is going to target to, even though that's not how it works. It's just because this is a replay, so don't fret too hard about it. Now, Yrel, as a character, is very... she has cool things about her. I won't lie to you, I definitely feel like her ultimates are the reason that she is boring, because her kit in and of itself is pretty fun. But all that being said, let's talk about her kit so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. Her Q, the Vindication, is going to be a heal and a burst damage ability that happens in a big wide circle around. He's actually going to get away. Fuck. If I just hit him with an auto attack there at the end, he'd be dead. But the ability itself is going to heal you and deal damage in a very big AoE. The charging of this ability, because all of Yrel's abilities charge, is going to increase the damage and the healing that you get from it. So if you just tap it, you hit the Q and let it go, you get the smallest amount of damage and healing, but it happens the quickest. And then if you charge it all the way up, you get the most amount of damage, most healing. It's good stuff. Your W, it's called Righteous Hammer. This is going to allow Yrel to swing her big-ass hammer, knock people back, and deal some damage. The longer you charge this one, the more damage it's going to do. And then if you get the maximum charge, you are going to stun on the knockback as well. Looks like it's a 0.75 second stun, and the AoE on this thing is enormous, so it is perfect for just absolutely fucking channels up. Big AoE team fights suddenly get interrupted really hard by the Hammer of Righteousness, the Righteous Hammer. But it is very, very, very strong. So remember that when you're playing Yrel, a lot of the time, Hammer is going to be what makes the plays. Your E, however, is your big mobility tool. It's called Avenging Wrath. You're going to leap to a location doing 263 damage and slowing by 50%. This AoE is enormous as well for what it is. Ooh, that's 3. That's 5 people. Hopefully Brightwing can make it out. I'm fairly certain we're fine here. Brightwing does die to the Vala. Oh my. We're just getting launched backwards. But a big hammer, we're going to knock the Vala back because she was way out of position. I just don't make it. Team wasn't in time. We got our samurai, so hopefully that accounts for some pushback for us. Arth is going down as well, making everything just the absolute worst. And then Illidan makes it better. So Illidan dying to the towers is super good for us. Falstad still soaking in the bottom lane as well. No one pushing the objective. All in all, I guess it's fine that everybody died, but, you know, I would have liked to not have done that. But the Avenging Wrath, this ability, ultimately the reason that you're charging this ability is for the range. So the longer you hold it, the farther she goes. When she jumps, knocked him back, stunning him, getting the kill. So the longer that you charge it, the farther she goes, and that's it. So the good news is if you're just using the E to clear wave, you can just rip it right on the wave. You don't have to charge it up. You just smash it. It's always going to do the same amount of damage. Same thing if you got a hero in front of you and you need to just jump on them right away and slow them or do some damage. That is perfectly possible with this ability. You only have to charge it if you need to get further than you are, which is a bit of a nuance to Yrel, and only Yrel players who really take this character seriously will make the best of the Avenging Wrath. He's gonna die, right? He's stunned. He's dead. Perfect. Way to go, team. The one little hammer. Now we can talk about Yrel's trait, which is... oh, what's it called? Divine Purpose. Divine Purpose. Almost as cool as the Glorious Purpose. But Divine Purpose is ultimately going to let you hit the D button and then get your next ability for free, and it is going to be maximum charge. So basically you hit D, and then you hit Q, E, or R. Q, W, or E, and it is going to, again, no mana cost, instantaneous full charge. You don't have to wait. So a lot of this is, whoop. Nope, I don't think we're gonna die. We're just gonna knock him back, get a little bit of stun, get a little bit of heal. Brightwing's coming in to save me as well. Everything is fine, worked out great. The Divine Purpose, though, can we kill him? Looks like Zeratul wants to. I'm waiting for Zeratul to actually get here. I missed the Illidan. That's unfortunate. Knocking him back, but Illidan does have his evasion, so unless... no. I got knocked back again. Diablo doing a good job peeling for Illidan, so that is a bit of a wash for us. Unfortunate. Oh, and did I forget to mention, when you're charging it, you walk slower. So 25% slower anytime that you're charging an ability, which is also part of the passive, which is kind of like, great. But again, your D, hitting your D button makes all of your abilities instantly better. So if you want to jump really far, you can do that. If you want to, get a big heal, you can do that. If you want to get the big knockback stun, you can do that. I'm trying to hide outside of his vision. Zeratul jumping in way too early because Illidan had not killed the camp yet. And now we have no way to take it back. And Zeratul is just doing nothing to the Illidan ultimately. There's no way for us to get that camp now because Zeratul scared Illidan away before he finished it, and now we can't steal it. So that's... okay, it's fine, it's fine. Here they are, trying to take it again. There's 4 people here. I thought I could get it. Turns out I cannot. So, I may actually die for it. Oh, the big gust from the Falstad. That's good stuff. 10-9, we got our team to engage during the advantage period, and it looks like we're just gonna... I don't know why you're down here, buddy. Like, you see that I'm the giant goat person who soaks waves and clears the off lane. You don't also need to be here. You can be with the team, helping them do stuff. I'm gonna keep pushing because as of right now, the enemy team has their ultimates, and I don't. So I don't want to go back up there just yet and get myself killed without an ult, because that is really poor timing. The ultimate for Yrel is 2 minutes long on a cooldown. An Ardent Defender is going to just make you completely invincible. Well, immune to damage. And then you're going to soak 50% of the damage received in back in health. So basically, if you take 100 damage, you're going to get 50 health back. Oh my god, are we just... It's fine. I'm going to get the building, because this is the smart thing to do while my team feeds up in the top lane. But it's fine. Everything's fine. This is ultimately one of the big purposes of an offlaner, so making sure that you're getting the most out of the map and rotating when it is important to do so, which it was not. Without my ult, I really don't do a whole lot in team fights other than being a pestering annoyance. Ooh, Artanis goes down. Way to go. Looks like Illidan is in as well. Can we get him rooted? Oh my god. The hammer interrupted by Anduin's pull. I am very upset. Super, super, super upset. And therein, a big problem with the amount of time needed to charge Yrel's ability. Had that been at full charge faster, perhaps with my D, or just, you know, not having to take so fucking long, Illidan would have got knocked back further, and Anduin would have had to walk forward to actually, you know, get into range to pull him to safety. So that's really unfun. Oh, no swap on the Arthas from the Artanis. Illidan jumping in again. The ghouls are popped. The blind is down. The apocalypse is out as well. Zeratul is the first to die. We need to jump out as quick as we can, but it's not going to matter because our team is very split apart, and it looks like we're only getting so much done while our tank is on the backside here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If the enemy team jumps on our Brightwing, our tank has to stay on top of her, and then when Zeratul and I go in, there's only so much that we can do, right? I don't think either of us are actually going to kill anybody if the enemy team is clumped up trying to save them, especially the Vala and the Anduin. But that is neither here nor there. We'll get onto the talents finally, because we can talk about that. Your first talent, I like this one the best just because when I'm offlaning, I like to have a reliable heal. I know that a lot of people think the Dauntless is really insanely good, and it certainly is. It's a lot of physical armor. It'll keep you alive versus characters who want to auto-attack you. But I also really like Light of Karabor, and Marad's Insight's just how I started playing Yrel, so it's what feels most comfortable to me. So that's what I always go with. And then basically anytime that you use abilities, you are going to be able to heal off of Yrel's next auto attack, which is what you want to do anyway, because you should be using Yrel's big beefy auto attacks in between your abilities. So you want to hit ability, auto, and so on. But her auto attacks do 269 damage at level 14. I mean, that is crazy. They're really slow, but that is crazy good. Now, your level 4 talent is the tier in which Yrel has to pick an ability that affects her team, not just herself. So, you have Aegis of Light, which is going to give other people armor. You have Gift of the Naru, which is going to heal people. And then you have Hand of Freedom, which is going to remove roots and slows. And Hand of Freedom is the only talent on the tier that can also affect Yrel. So, your one button is now activatable, and the root removal and movement speed works on everybody. You can also Alt-1 cast it to cast it on yourself, which is really helpful, because if you see that big-ass Anduin root coming down the lane like it usually does, you can nullify that completely, and you can just give people movement speed. Vala is the first to die. The Apocalypse is way too late, but it does get the Brightwing. So too late to save the Vala, but definitely not late enough to kill the Brightwing. Oh my god. Everything is happening. Illidan and Anduin are dead. The gust is huge to get Diablo dead as well. Artanis is pushed so far away from his escape route. There's no way he's going to make it out. We've got ourselves 2 kills and a very open keep. Looks like Diablo lost all of his souls as well. So but again, Hand of Freedom, 30% movement speed, and removing roots and slows is huge, especially given that movement speed is huge on any high health, engagey backline bruiser. Your 7 talent, we're taking the hammer talents. We're going basically hammer build regardless of the first 2 talents. They don't really matter for whatever build that you're going to play. But 7 is Righteous Momentum. So you're going to get 5% base movement speed, and then you're no longer slowed while channeling the hammer. And while you have your hammer channeled, fully ready to go, you are going to run, let's see, I think that's 20% faster. Quadrupled, yes. So you're going to get 20% movement speed while your hammer is channeled. So that's why you're going to see Yrel just running around with the hammer, moving really fast, ready to slap some people down. It's going to be super good. Yeah. So I really like this talent, and then at 16, we're going to get a lot of percentage damage as well with the hammer talents. So it's fun, and I really just love seeing the character run extremely fast with the hammer in the air, ready to just cleave people into. Your 10, we already talked about, Ardent Defender. Aldor Peacekeeper is what I've opted for at 13. Because the enemy team is doing a lot of melee diving, the fact that we can hit them all with a big Q means that we can reduce the damage of a lot of the people coming in on our buddies. Oh, it looks like Brightwing is in a little bit of trouble. Zeratul also in big trouble. Illidan might actually die, but he does go down without trading a single kill. Fantastic stuff there. Looks like Artanis is in the backline as well, going to die without getting a single kill on either the Brightwing or the Zeratul. And now we're just going to march forward, get the building gone. Oh, just barely missing the Vala with the tip of the hammer. Unfortunate. But Aldor Peacekeeper actually reducing damage by 40% for 3 seconds in that very, very big AoE. 16, Templar's Verdict. Righteous Hammer reduces the armor of the people that hit, or get hit, by 20. And we're going to do 7% of their maximum health as damage as well. Really awesome, especially when our hammer is just up in the air all the time. And then if we had made it to 20, we would have picked up Seraphim, which is a 10-second... It's 10 seconds, right? Pretty sure it's 10 second. It's a 10-second activatable ability that makes Yrel completely unstoppable for 2 seconds. So basically, when you jump in, you can hit your Seraphim, time it, you know, try to time it. But you'll block a lot of incoming CC, and then if you're really in trouble, you can hit your Ardent Defender, and you'll block even more damage and kill potential on yourself. So 3 and 2, not super bad. I got out-soaked by the Falstad by 917 XP. Wow, that's it's not my favorite. But Falstad did ultimately get the MVP. He never died. He did a lot of damage, so whatever. I don't feel too bad. That was a decent Yrel game, and those are really, really hard to come by in Quick Match, because let me tell you, no one has any idea how to play around a character like this in Quick Match. So, anyway, the talents again, in case you need them: Maraud's Insight at 1, Hand of Freedom at 4, we've got Righteous Momentum at 7, Ardent Defender at 10, 13 is Aldor Peacekeeper, 16 is Templar's Verdict, and then 20 would have been Seraphim. That 20 talent really never changes. No matter what you're doing, I think even if you're picking Sacred Ground, you have to have Seraphim because it's just broken. It is so unbelievably stupidly broken. That's it. And that's going to be it for this video. So I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll continue onward with, I think it's Zagara is first. So it's Zagara, Zarya, Zeratul, and then Zul'jin. We're going to do 5 this week. 5 this week. And that'll be the end of the A through Z playthrough. Thank God. I just want to go back to playing characters that I'm ready to play and I like to play. And then Pokemon Unite comes out this week as well, so I am going to be doing videos for that, and we'll see how that goes, because that game looks fun as shit. Anyway, see you guys next time. Peace out.